Hey, this is Rick Cassell from exercisesforinjuries.com. This is a continuation of the video that I started in Las Vegas with Mike Whitfield. We had to stop filming because security approached us and let us know we cannot film on private property. So now I'm back home and I'm going to continue on with this video. So what I was going through in that other video, and I'll finish off in this video, is the worst body weight exercises for your shoulder. So body weight exercises are awesome. They're easy to do. You can end up doing them anywhere because you pretty much all you require is your body weight and maybe some other prop to help you get through the exercises. Now I wanted to go 3 that I really don't like that end up putting a lot of stress on the shoulders, that increase your risk of a shoulder injury and can end up irritating an old shoulder injury. So the first one is a tricep dip. And so what I'm just going to use is the chair here, but a lot of times it can end up being done with a bench in a gym setting. So I'm grabbing the chair. I can have full straight legs or slightly bent legs. And what I'm doing is I'm coming down and back up, coming down and back up. Now with that exercise, the normal movement in the shoulder is from here to about 45 degrees. When you end up bringing those elbows further back and going past that 45 degrees, it ends up putting a lot more stress on that shoulder, and then it also takes that shoulder blade and tilts it forward, and it ends up mashing up all the tissues tissues in the shoulder, specifically the rotator cuff. Now, an alternative that you can end up doing, I would recommend cutting out that tricep dip exercise and trying this exercise. And what that ends up being is a narrow grip push-up. So once again, it's body weight. And what I'm doing is, hands are underneath the shoulders. I can go from the knees and the feet, and I'm coming down and I'm pressing up. So the elbows are tight to me, arms are tight to me. I got a good grip with the hands. I'm coming down to the floor and back up. So I'm working chest or the pushing muscles, but then also really isolating more those tricep muscles as well. Now the second exercise ends up being, it's a body weight cardio exercise that you'll see people doing. And with the increased popularity of CrossFit, you're starting to see more and more people go through that exercise. And what that ends up being is the crab walk. So with the crab walk, I'm reaching back and I'm walking backwards with the hands. Now I can have the fingers pointed wherever I want, but with the crab walk, it is just like the tricep dip. What's normal range of motion for people is from here to about here. When you start getting past that, it ends up putting unnecessary stress on the shoulder, and that unnecessary stress can end up leading to an injury, can end up leading to re-injury, and could end up, increasing the risk of a future injury. So it's really not worth doing that exercise. Now, there might be a sports performance reason that you end up doing the exercise. So in some special cases, you might end up doing that exercise, but for the average person, it's not an exercise that I give. Now, a better exercise to do is you can end up doing a bear crawl. So I'm in a 4-point position. I'm going to lift up the knees, and what I'm going to do is alternate arms and legs. And with that one ends up being a way better exercise for the shoulder because now you're putting load through the arms, which is excellent. The load through the arms ends up activating those rotator cuff muscles, which is what we want to do. We always want to work them. And then also activating those scapular muscles or those shoulder blade muscles, which end up being excellent. And the shoulder ends up being in a good position, and a position that you want to kind of train and strengthen it. Plus, that alternating arms and legs is kind of a pattern that we want to end up promoting and encouraging, because that's how the body naturally ends up moving. Now the third one, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it, and what that is a kipping pull-up. And what it is difficult to describe it, but it's become very popular with the rise in CrossFit. And what it is a way of building momentum in order to do more and more pull-ups in a shorter period of time. This momentum ends up putting a lot of stress on the shoulder. So if you have a previous injury, it's not exactly the best exercise to do. It ends up putting a lot of stress on the shoulder. And what a better alternative is, once again, if you're an average person or you have a previous injury or you kind of have funny shoulders, is to leave out that kipping pull-up and switch it over and go with the chin-up. So you just end up having a bar, and then you're grabbing the bar about shoulder width apart, elbows are close to the body, you're pulling yourself up, and then you're coming back down, pulling yourself up and back down. So with this one, you're not able to get as much work in or repetitions as you can in a kipping pull-up, but it ends up being a lot better for the shoulder. So you're able to keep the body in nice, good alignment. The arms are close to the body, and that ends up being a good power position for the shoulder. And then you're working on all the muscles in that shoulder with the shoulder in a good position. So there you go. That ends up being the 3 worst body weight exercises for your shoulders. So if you're looking at doing any type of body weight tricep exercise, like a tricep dip, make sure to switch it up with the narrow grip push-up. If you're looking at doing any kind of crab walking, switch it up for that bear crawl. And then thirdly, if you're doing any kipping pull-ups, switch it up and give the chin-ups a go. Those end up being a better alternative. So there you go. This is Rick Cassell from exercisesforinjuries.com. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance they have an article, video, or an interview that'll help you overcome your injury or pain. Now, secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above, hit subscribe. What that'll do is every couple days you'll get a video like this where I help you overcome injury and pain. And thirdly, head down below, hit like, and leave me a question or comment. So this is Rick Cassell from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.